Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. This is actually breaking happening just about now. In February 19, when Samuel Anyanwu, the factional leader or factional national PDP secretary, who has been hoisted out, quickly took the matter to court, most of which did not know. The likes of Damagum was not aware of the court injunction. INEC was not aware of the court injunction. PDP and even Ude Okoye was not aware of the court injunction. But to his surprise, the judge in charge of that case struck it out and gave him a condition that it is being adjourned today. But this time around, he must bring all of these people on notice. Right now they're in court, but this time around Ude Okoye have decided to be a rejoiner and wants to join the suit, which Samuel Anyanwu went through the back, wanted to get a court injunction without their knowing. Let's find out exactly what's going on in court. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, the People's Democratic Party and Sunday Ude Okoye on Monday sought to be joined in a suit filed by Senator Samuel Anyanwu, the embattled National Secretary of the party, against the Independent National Electoral Commission. Mr. Anyanwu had on February 19, in the fresh suit, sued INEC and the PDP's acting national chairman, Damagum, before Justice Anyanwu of the Federal High Court Abuja Division over an alleged plan to remove him as the party's national secretary. Mr. Ekwo had, in a ruling on Mr. Anyanwu's motion ex parte moved by his lawyer Ken Njamanze, declined to grant the prayers, but instead ordered him to put the defendant on notice to show cause on the next adjourned date why his prayers should not be granted. Now, the judge then adjourned until February 24th, which is today, for defendants to show case or to show cause. Now, when the matter was called on today, Mr. Njamanze informed the court that the matter was slated for the defendants to show cause. Although Ahmed Mohammed, which is the representative of INEC, no lawyer appeared for even Mr. Damagum, which is acting national chairman of PDP. However, Paul Orokoro and Paul Harris Ogbele announced an appearance for parties seeking to join the suit. Now, Mr. Orokoro announced an appearance for Mr. Ude Okoye and Ogbole represented PDP as parties seeking to join that suit. Now, Mr. Orokoro told the court that Mr. Ude Okoye is the substantive national secretary of the party. Let me quickly give you a lowdown of what is going on. Now, when BOT quickly had their meeting, agreed that it would be Ude Okoye, NWC had their meeting, and of course the PDP Governors Forum had their meeting. They all gave their full support to Ude Okoye. And Damagum, the acting national chairman of PDP, was in the meeting of the PDP Governors Forum where they agreed that Ude Okoye is the substantive national secretary. Now, quickly, in the absence of PDP, in the absence of Damagum, in the absence of INEC, in the absence of Ude Okoye, Samuel Anyanwu went to the court to get an Exparte Order that under no circumstance should INEC respect any letter-headed paper from PDP that does not have a signature. Under no circumstances should INEC respect or even honor or recognize any letter-headed paper that is or any notice or any document being signed by Damagum if he does not have his own, that Samuel Anyanwu's signature, that there's no other secretary signature that should be acknowledged other than him, and INEC should not recognize any other secretary other than him as the secretary. And that was the Exparte Order he wanted on the 19th of February, which he didn't get, which Justice Ekwo did not grant him. He now said the only way they can move on with this case is for him to bring these people on notice. That's Damagum on notice and Damagum on notice and INEC. But as soon as Ude Okoye and PDP heard, they said they want to join the suit too. Of which right now, that's what is playing in the court as we speak. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on this latest move? If you ask me, this is a very smart one from Ude Okoye, but what's your take? Do you think in all of this, Samuel Anyanwu have a way and a say in this matter?
Well, I think that is actually in the hands of
the Anyanwu, who is the judge. Now, don't forget that the person coming in to join somehow have a reason to join the case because he's a substantive national secretary. And there have been a lot of things that have already been put in place. You can, number one, PDP is not the personal property of Samuel Anyanwu, neither the position a birthright. Putting these two together, you will now come to terms with why Ude Okoye needs to come in here. It's not a case that was decided just by the National Working Committee of the party. It has been in court, and the reason why Ude Okoye is coming in is that the court has already given a reason why he should start featuring as a substantive, secretary. So right now, the situation we are seeing here is a move by Okoye to make sure that whatever decision that will be made is being opposed by his lawyers, because this is a fresh case that this guy is trying to roll out here. A situation whereby, irrespective of what comes up from the Supreme Court and all of that, they shouldn't honor it. INEC shouldn't honor anything and all of that. So I think also that this is me talking. If I was the judge, I'm not the judge, but I think if I was the judge, since your case is in the Supreme Court, I can't give you any of such instruction because
this is asking for Exparte Orders to
halt this thing. Okay,
halt INEC from recognizing any document that's not coming from him.
You can, why I know that's going to go against him is, number one, he had already applied for stay of execution of the appeal court judgment, which the Supreme Court had denied him. You understand? So now he's looking for any way to make sure, because he knows that within this short period of time, a lot of things can go wrong. I don't know if he has an assurance that he's going to win the case in the Supreme Court. But right now, I think all what is moving towards is ensuring that he stops any form of official letters from going out, which will, at the end of the day, frustrate his camp from being what they should be. You understand?
But one last question from me now. If a party, the BOT of the party, the PDP's Governors Forum, the NWC of the party says, you are no longer the secretary. Mbonum, is secretaryship, is it by force?
Now, the court is the last hope of the common man. So if you have any disagreement anyway, you run to the court. So it's now the place of the court to look at the issues as it's been presented to see how it's going to be handled. Now that he had personalized PDP and that position, I don't know who is pushing him to do all of this, because it wouldn't go well, for him if at the end of the day he gets messed up here, because already from all indication there are provable evidence that he can't win this case. You understand? I don't know how the court is going to decide, but I'm talking about from evidence around the fact that you even went for stay of execution, it was not granted you. Even in the Supreme Court, appeal court did not grant you also. But still, you're still looking for a way to stop that position from being taken away from. So I don't know what's about that position. But however, it's important for us to note that with this move taken by Ude, it will go an extra mile in frustrating any move that he's about to take. Because I feel that as at this point, he's getting scared that though I may take charge of the office, I may refuse Ude from coming into the office. I mean, whether we like it or yes, positions has nothing to do with the office that you're staying in. I can be at home. I'm still the secretary of People Democratic Party, and if they had sent across letters to all those electoral bodies and other persons, that Ude Okoye is the right person, if the office, if you want to stay there the whole life, stay. But one thing is certain: if payment of salaries normally goes to that office, you won't be given. If there are monies that is being given to run that office, you won't be given. It will be given to Ude Okoye. So, but then now he's trying to see how he can fight, and see how he can stop Ude Okoye. But with this move, it's a smart one, as you rightly pointed out.
All right, let's see how it plays out. We'll keep you updated as more information on this